Hi Pep. So you've got Gabriel Jesus and Mendy out for quite a long period of time. Phil Foden, I know he's a squad player, but he's out a long time. Vincent Kompany is an ongoing doubt. Is there a concern that these injuries, may start to catch up with you in terms of your success?
Yeah, but you have to handle that. So, what I live in my past, when you want to fight for all competitions or be there, not fight, be there until the end in the all competitions, you have to handle the bad moments. So you cannot expect to win and everything is going perfect, no injuries at all, and everything is going well. So how we react, how we handle the bad moments in terms of injuries, in terms of bad periods, and when you drop points 1 or 2 in a row, or 3 in a row, how you react that as quick as possible after you can compete. So that is what it is. So I would prefer, believe me, I would prefer Gabriel was here, but in this amount of games we have just one striker in Sergio. And Vincent, for example, we are handled just Fabian Delph in that position that is natural position. Is how we handle that situation that you can survive, you can be or become a strong, really strong team.
So it's one way of handling it, maybe being forced into the transfer market this month, because I know you want to buy for the future, 18 months down the line, but you might feel...
We spoke about that before the injuries, for example, before that Gabriel happened or Vincent in that situation, but it's so difficult. If you give me opinion now, will be possible. So really, I don't know.
You've rotated Sergio and Gabriel Jesus, but obviously now Gabriel's out. Is it realistic for Sergio to lead the line, lead the attack for however long Gabriel's out, 6 to 8 weeks, or do you have to look at other options, such as bringing someone in from outside?
We have another options to play in that position.
Which options?
We will see. No, the options we have in the team, in the squad, and of course Sergio now is going to play. He's going to play, and hopefully he can show us his top level that he has. And of course we're going to speak every day with him after the games or before the games. How does he feel? Because of course, when you have every 3 days, 4 days a game, some minutes you have to rest, and some games are going to play. That is natural.
But is there a danger that it could prove too demanding on Sergio physically, mentally, to be doing that for such a long period?
I think we are so happy what he has done, Sergio, so far in our period together, because before we came here, he had always long periods injury, and these 2 years didn't suffer that. It was banned for 2 or 3 times because he's so aggressive without the ball, and then after that was always good. He was always fit. So hopefully we can handle until the end, because of course we need the striker goals. So our success that season is just the strikers, but always wingers and attacking midfielders and set pieces score a lot of goals. But of course our striker is our striker, and we need Gabriel, we need Sergio, we need both. And now in that moment we'll have maybe 2 months without Gabriel. So 2 months is a lot of games. So just will have one. Like a striker?
Yeah.
No, Kevin, no. We played in the No Camp last season. Striker Kevin, I prefer playing in the middle. But we have another options, yeah. We have another option, not like a striker, but we have guys with a mentality to be around the box that he can solve that problem.
Pep, how close are Kevin and Gabriel to actually signing new contracts? And has Fernandinho already signed a new contract himself?
My last news is Dino's close, so close. Gabriel and Kevin, I don't know. I think they made the first contacts, but I don't know is close, because Dino's long time ago we are handling that. So I think it's the end of the part.
You've assembled obviously a very young squad. I think the average age is about 25 and a half, and I think the club are very committed to making sure that a lot of your young players are committed for a long time. Is that important to you, that you've got a nucleus there that can stay together for a long period of time and grow and mature and develop together?
All the young players that we have, all of them knows, the manager knows, the fathers and mothers know they would like to stay with us for a long time. So no doubt about Gabriel and Kevin. We would like to extend the contract and stay here, but the negotiations are the negotiations, and sometimes it's not possible. But they know, all of them, they would like to continue. They want to build up something. We start for 1 year ago, 18 months ago, with that guys, and we would like to continue with them.
Talking about the younger players, but excuse me, how does it compare this academy and the quality of the player that is coming through in the particularly younger kind of age groups to where you were in Barcelona and
Well, I will not. It's always a big mistake when you compare. Not mistake, it's a risk to compare what happened here for the other ones, because that's a misunderstanding, and I don't want to. So I think Barcelona worked really, really well. So we cannot forget. When I was there, we played 2 finals of the Champions League with 8 guys, 8 players in the lineup, grew up for the academy. So we cost 0. So we win Champions League with Barcelona with 8 players, playing the final against Man United with 0 cost every player. So that is an exception. That was an amazing. So Barcelona were really, really well. And I think Bayern Munich is involved in create something special. That's why they create a new facilities for the second teams, and I'm pretty sure of that. Sooner or later, that club is going to build something special in the academy. And here, when I knew before I came, because I was in touch with Chiqui and Rodo, they work really well as well. But for the academy, you need the process. It's not you create something for 3 or 4 years and after it happened. So when it happened in Barcelona, 8 players played the final of the Champions League. When the guys grew up with the 9, 10, 11 players, because 20 years ago, it started to create something. So it's not today for the other one. You need time, decades, I think, to create something special.
is that the goal you think here for City to have something similar where you have completely all in all?
I think they are working on that. But the only problem we have an academy here in England, I think is a big problem here in England, is the gap for the second teams for the big dam is too big. So that is a big problem, I think, for the English football. Comparing in Spain, for example, like the second team play every weekend in front of 35 or 40,000 people every weekend. Again, guys for the one to promote in the first league. Here, they don't compete realistic, and for the managers, the first team is so difficult to say, okay, they are going to play for anyone else against guys, and the day after go to Old Trafford to play against United. So it's so difficult to visualize if they are ready or not ready. So it would be good if they could compete, in a tougher league, against guys against 27, 28, 29 years old, when they are fighting to go to the Premier League, and after you see realistic every single day how they improve and how they are able to do that. Now it's so complicated to realize. And going to loan is okay, but the way the teams are going to loan, they play completely different the way you want to play. And sometimes it's always difficult. When you want to loan a player, you have to loan one team when more or less they are going to play in the way you want to play, or they are going to play regularly, or the manager they want, it's quite similar to the one. If not, they waste the time. So it's a little bit problem for that. But the idea for the club, for the academy, is invest and always to take the youngest players, good quality, good skills, to help them to develop and as soon as possible to go in the first team.
Okay, last couple, please, guys.
Pep, how important are you in the process of getting these players to sign new contracts? And are you tempted to maybe set an example yourself by committing your own future beyond your current contract?
I don't know what they think about that, but my commitment the first year and that period and the next one is no doubt about that. I will be here 1 more year, and after we'll see. Depends if we win, and I deserve my, to extend my contract.
But as far as you're concerned, it's just a case of whether you deserve to, not a case of whether you actually...
I'm so happy here. I'm so happy. Only I can say, but you extend the contract in the big clubs, you have to win. If you don't win, you don't deserve to continue. And that's why, so I want to win. That's why I want to win.
You've always said, haven't you, that you decided in that last year. I think when you arrived, you said you'll decide in the last year. Is that still the same as far as you're concerned?
Yeah, the same, yeah.
And just on Kevin, what we've seen in recent weeks, he's been the victim of some pretty unpleasant challenges. Do you fear for him on a game-for-game basis? Is he being targeted because he is so important to City?
No, the players, the opponents don't go to make hurt, to make injuries to the other ones. They don't want the players. Football players, they don't want that. But the physicality is fast, is quick, and sometimes happen. So, but always I trust with the players more than anything else in that business. The most trustful thing are the players by far. Okay, thank you guys.